So the Switch 2 has already become a massive success for Nintendo, and has basically had the biggest console launch ever in history, as no other video game system has sold at the pace that the Switch 2 is selling at. And of course right now Nintendo is trying to keep the momentum of that going with having new games and Switch 2 editions coming out for the system. But today I want to talk about a topic that's actually pretty disappointing, and it's looking more and more likely that this is going to happen with the Switch 2. Now real quick before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Eniba. Eniba is one of the fastest growing online marketplaces for buying PC games. They've got tons of incredible deals on any game you could be interested in, and are usually cheaper than buying the game from somewhere else. Now I know what you're thinking, well that's cool and all, but I don't play on PC. Well, good news for you, Eniba can also provide gift cards for platforms like the Nintendo eShop and PlayStation or Xbox Store at discounted prices. It's very safe and reliable, so I definitely recommend it for when you're shopping for new games, so be sure to click the link below in the description to check it out, and thank you so much to Eniba for sponsoring the video. Now what I'm talking about is of course the Nintendo Switch 2 getting a price increase. And this has been a topic that's been in a lot of discussions for the past few months, as people have been wondering, like with all the prices for everything really shifting and changing everywhere, is Nintendo going to be changing the price that they have decided for the Switch 2? And especially in the tech space and everything with electronics, it really feels like the prices for so many things have just skyrocketed in the past few months, and really the reason for all of this is because of AI. Now, I'm sure you guys have noticed that AI is basically being integrated into everything that we use. It's on YouTube, it's on Google, it's on like your social media, like everywhere is trying to inject AI. And the thing with all of these AI services is they require a lot of data and power to be able to like run all of these algorithms and programs and everything for their AI computing. And because of that, they need to have these gigantic data centers all over the world to be able to handle all of these tasks that are being produced. And because of this, the prices for tech products and components have just gone up so much in the past couple of months, and I'm sure you guys have seen all of the memes and jokes about how RAM has become super expensive for computers, and that is also because of AI. And really the thing about all of this is that people are starting to wonder if this is also going to have an impact on the prices for video game systems, as we've already had price increases that have happened for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, and even Nintendo did do a price increase for the entire Nintendo Switch 1 generation 8 years after it had come out, as the price for the original Switch, the Switch Lite, and the Switch OLED all increased last year. And at the moment, the price of the Nintendo Switch 2 is still the exact same as the one that was announced after the Direct that happened last year, but it's not looking like that's going to be the case for much longer. So if we take a look at this article right here, it says Nintendo is considering a Switch 2 price hike this year, according to a new report. And this is coming from Bloomberg, who did give us a lot of like leaks and rumors about the Switch 2 that pretty much a lot of those did turn out to be true. And if we take a look at the quote right here, it says, close rival Nintendo, which contributed to the surplus demand in 2025 after its new Switch 2 console drove storage card purchases, is also contemplating raising the price of that device in 2026, people familiar with its plans said. Sony and Nintendo representatives didn't respond to requests for comment. So essentially in the Bloomberg article, they were talking that because of the prices of RAM and storage and everything being so high right now, even Sony is like considering delaying when the PlayStation 6 is going to be coming out, and now they're looking at it coming out maybe in like 2028 or 2029. And with Nintendo, they're even considering raising the price of the Switch 2 because of the prices of everything else right now, and that might be happening in 2026. Now, we've even had rumors going around for a few months that apparently internally it cost Nintendo 40% more for the price of a Switch 2 in order to create it, and we know that Nintendo still wants to make money off of all of their systems that are being sold, so if they have to spend 40% more money to create a Switch 2, then it wouldn't surprise me if sooner rather than later they decide to raise the price of the system as well, so that they can keep making the profit that they want to off of each of the systems that are sold. And that's why I'm telling you guys right now, if you don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 and you really want one, or you know that you're probably going to get one eventually, I would definitely try to get it sooner rather than later, because you definitely don't want to buy it after the price increase happens, because the worst thing is like if it gets a price increase and then you really want a brand new game that gets announced because it looks super exciting, like you want a brand new Smash Bros game after it gets announced, but the Switch 2 costs like $550 or $600 because of the price increase, and that's really gonna suck if you want to buy a Switch 2 then. So I would definitely try to get it faster if you can. And every time I say that, people in the comments will keep lying and trying to say that I'm trying to fear monger or just try to scare you into buying a Switch 2 right now, when it's more so the opposite, because I can see that this is likely to happen and I don't want you to be having to spend more money. So it's more that I'm looking out for you, but if you want to wait and try to take your chances, then you can definitely do that as well. And even if the price of the current Switch 2 is still really expensive for you right now, or if you just don't have the money, something else that I've also seen a lot of my friends doing is that at a lot of places, at like Best Buy and stuff, you can even buy these systems and then just pay them off in small increments over time, and that way you can just spend like $25 and just have to pay like $25 every month for like 18 months, and do that instead of having to pay $500 up front and buying the Switch 2 right away, and that way you can pay it off in small increments and still be able to have the system. So definitely look into that at some stores if you really want to buy a Switch 2, because that might be an option that you could also do as well. But yeah, it really just sucks that because of all of this AI stuff, the price for so many tech products and electronics and video games and all of that has just skyrocketed in the past few months, and it's just become really disappointing for anybody who is interested in that stuff and wants to have like RAM to build a PC or something, because nobody wants to spend 300% more on any of these types of products. And I guess we just have to pray and hope that the AI bubble does pop soon and that it brings the prices of all of these things down to what they're supposed to be. And it could be really worse if it does make the price of the Switch 2 also go up as well. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel as well. I'm definitely gonna have some more videos talking about Nintendo stuff, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this. Are you going to be somebody who's going to be trying to get a Switch 2 right now before the price increase does happen? Do you think that it's going to happen? How much do you think that it's going to increase by? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. But if you don't have anything to say about it, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.